Welcome back to another game review. Today's episode is a little different because over the past year I've reviewed 10 games. And to celebrate this 1-year milestone, I'll be re-reviewing all of them to see what has changed and whether they are still worth buying. Before we begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And while you're there, comment below some games you want me to review next. This video was meant to be released during Christmas, but I ended up procrastinating a little bit. Without further ado, let's start with the first game I ever reviewed, Cruise Ship Simulator. The game was originally 80 Robux, but is now free. After loading in, most things felt the same, but they have added lighting options and you can now walk around your ship, which was something I recommended in my original review. They have also added a large number of game passes, including the ability to host events and even use a helicopter. One thing that has not changed is how long it takes to travel between ports, as it took me 20 minutes just to get from where I spawned to Marseille. The map has also been heavily changed, with some ports moved around and a new port added. After docking my ship, I could not find much else that was new, so let's move on to Station Master Tycoon. The game has increased its price from 35 Robux to 50 Robux, and I loaded into my old station from the previous video. Walking around, I couldn't really find anything new that they've changed or added since I last played almost a year ago. I did notice a lot more game passes, but there aren't any real gameplay changes. So, is the game still worth it after the price increase? Definitely not. Whatever you do, don't buy this game. Let's move on to Project Flight. The game is still priced at 50 Robux, and this time I won't make the same mistake from my last video by calling a Boeing 727 an Airbus. I flew with Singapore Airlines, and honestly, this game is still amazing. The controls feel smooth and refined, and the plane models look very detailed and accurate. One thing I really wish they added is the career flight mode, which I was looking forward to, but unfortunately it still hasn't been added yet. Is the game still worth 50 Robux? I'd say yes. Now onto Gotham's Shadow, which actually got taken down about a week after I posted my video. I really hope I had nothing to do with that, and if I did, I'd like to apologize to the developers. Since then, the game has been re-uploaded under a new name, Raven's Rise. The game was originally 75 Robux, but is now free. A large part of the game is still the same, with the same animations, graphics, and gameplay. I grappled over to where the original Batcave was, now called the Crow's Nest, and the base is still pretty empty with not much to do. I do really like the new suit design though, as it looks like something an assassin or ninja would wear. Let's move on to our next game, Itty Bitty Railway. The game has actually increased its price from 35 to 70 Robux. I loaded up my old build of Liverpool Lime Street Station, and a lot of the core gameplay is still the same, where you build railway stations for trains to travel between. You can even build an entire city, and with such small pieces to place down, it's surprising how detailed you can make everything. So, is the game still worth 70 Robux after the price increase? If you're looking for a relaxing railway game, I think this one is still a great choice. Moving on to our next game, Restaurant Tycoon 3, which is now free to play. I loaded up my old Money Farm restaurant, and since I last played about 6 months ago, they've added the ability to turn your restaurant into a franchise, as well as a drive-thru. The franchise system lets you earn money while you're offline. I went ahead and built the drive-thru for my restaurant, which is something I honestly expected to be in the game from the start, especially since it was already in Restaurant Tycoon 2. Next up is Baltic Sea Simulator, and its price of 80 Robux hasn't changed. The game still looks fantastic and very realistic. When I reached the port, I noticed they added contracts that let you transport passengers to set locations to earn money. They've also completely redesigned the GUI and added an option to turn on the lights on your ship. So, is it still worth 80 Robux? I'd say if you're a true maritime enthusiast, go for it because the game looks amazing, and I find it really relaxing to play. Now moving on to Cruise Line Tycoon, which still costs 250 Robux to play. I've been playing this game on and off, but I always ran into a bug when loading in. My ship would drift off its route and head in the wrong direction until it ran out of fuel. Since I last played, they've added 2 new ports, so I tried creating a new route that included them. After spending a long time setting it up, the game just wouldn't let me finish the route, and after trying multiple times, I eventually gave up. Other than a few new items you can place on your ship, not much else has changed gameplay-wise. Because of that, I'm sticking with my original opinion, which is, yes, you should still buy this game. You guys were also very vocal in the comments on my original review, which I really enjoyed reading, so feel free to leave your thoughts again. I'll be reading every comment and leaving a heart on each one. Next up is Water Park World, and honestly, nothing has changed since this game doesn't get regular updates. It can be fun for a couple of days, but after that it starts to get a bit boring, so I don't think it's worth the 35 Robux. Lastly, we have Legacy Flight, which still costs 25 Robux. There's a new event in the game that lets you earn a limited Christmas livery by finding the North Pole. So I flew over in an A-10 jet and crashed straight into the North Pole, which unlocked the Christmas livery. I then equipped the skin, and honestly it looked great, and I even managed a successful takeoff. Is the game still worth 25 Robux? For double the price, you can get a much more refined flight game. But if you prefer the older aesthetic from the golden age of flying, I'd still recommend this one. And that's it. All 10 games I've reviewed have now been re-reviewed. Let me know if you enjoyed this type of content and if I should do it again when I hit the 20 game milestone. Thanks for watching.